moving on to dumpster fire couple. Barbenheimer. The success of both Barbie and Oppenheimer is a cultural phenomenon.
Yay, people are going to the movies. Now maybe they can see the importance of having creativity and paying writers and producers. Well, not producers, just kidding. I'm glad people went out and saw these movies because they're both originals. Yeah. And it's like during a time when the whole freaking industry is shut down and on strike, all the actors, all the writers, and maybe this will show the importance of having entertainment in our society, although you could always watch us. Maybe we're not Barbenheimer, but, Christopher Nolan, genius. Can't wait to go see it. Everybody had their takes. So many takes about Barbie. Oh, my God. I didn't enter the Barbie discourse until this moment right now. And let me tell you, everybody is rage farming now. I realize the reason we do a lot of faux outrage and then some real outrage at Breaking Bridget on this show, but we're not really trying to rage farm, get people. I don't want you getting all riled up and going out there and being like, we need to protest Barbie. And I love Ben Shapiro. He's a friend of mine. I consider him a friend. And he did a video where he was burning Barbies. And I was like, what are you doing? This is so crazy and embarrassing and cringe. And then I was thinking, where did you get these Barbies? Are your kids just in the sandbox? Your daughter's off camera being like, no, Daddy, why are you burning my Barbies? And he's like, I'm trying to own the libs. I was like, I can't believe he would do this. And then I saw that he had 2 million views on that video. And what I'd like to do right now is cut to me burning a Barbie. And be like, I was thinking what I should have done for this segment is be like, and how many views does he have? 2 million. And then it just cuts to me starting a Barbie on fire. It feels like conservatives were all like, this movie sucks, other than some conservatives who actually liked it. But it's just does everything have to be a culture war? Everything? You can't just go enjoy a movie and say, okay, some things suck and some things are cool. And
it's Barbie, though. She's always been controversial.
I know, but there's a real get off my lawn vibe coming from conservative media lately. You're really returning to your roots as the moral arbiters of our society. And no one's really buying it since you all got behind a womanizing philanderer. So kind of lost that. Sorry to tell you. Rage farming is so effective. This is why I think everything's broken, though. Because I think people are just outraged out. I do agree with Kat D, who's there has been a vibe shift. And unless you realize there's been a vibe shift, you're going to be one of those cringy dorks who gets left behind. And I think people are kind of just, I'm hoping that they're just overall, it's so transparent, all of this. Hilarious to see Ben Shapiro lighting Barbies on fire, but is it good for us?
No, they're not. No, okay, next question.
Yes.
And it's funny because I know he's making fun of that whole thing, the whole thing of people burning things when they are outraged by them, but it's still just so, you're being a parody of yourself.
Yeah. It's a performance.
But I'm also supposed to take I'm a parody of a pundit making fun of punditry. That's what this show is. That's what it's supposed to be. A parody of a parody news show. I don't take myself seriously, though, nor do I expect anyone to go listen to my radio show and take my political analysis seriously. You don't get to do both. You get one or the other. But once you drift into this lane, it's going to be hard to take you seriously. But maybe that's the point. 2 million views! And so many of them are probably just libs hating on it. It's rage farming.
Yeah.
We need to get into the rage farming business.
Rage farming. It's a great term.
The Barbie Discourse. Oh, God. Every time I logged in, I was like, really? Another Barbie? Okay. Everyone wrote a think piece about Barbie. It's a whole economy. But
Yeah.
it feels like this is where I'm not sure if some people were saying like the hot take economy is dead. I'm like, is it? Because I'm pretty sure literally every pundit and writer I know had some hot take about Barbie. It wasn't just like a review. It was like, what this means for the culture. I'm like, oh.
Right. And that means they all had to go see it on opening weekend.
Yeah.
Driving up the numbers. You
Yeah.
know, they all had to go see it so they could write about it and then write their opinion piece about why they hated it.
You guys, I'm going to tell you something that only I know, being at the bottom of this Ponzi scheme and seeing the first effects of it. This is a house of cards. It's all going to fall down. It is all, I need you all to get back to work and start driving to your jobs so you can boost the podcast industry. We need those commuting hours. You need to go back to working in your cubicles.
Now all I got to say to you, one of you's gonna be crumb snatching, coochie eating pranksters.
And sitting in traffic so that you can keep this Ponzi scheme that is the media of hot takes going, because otherwise it's all gonna fall down. Thank God there's an election coming up, or man, this industry. So it is a house of cards, you guys. I'm telling you. Just remember this. Remember this when all of your favorite podcasters are on the streets begging for a few pennies.
What a bright future we have.
There's been a large transfer of wealth upward, and some of us were left behind.
Some of us were skipped over in that transfer.
And by some of us, I mean most of us.